It had been a very long journey for this weary traveler. He traveled not just hundreds of miles across the Mediterranean and then winding his way up from the sea to the temple of Apollo. He washes his hands in the spring. He lights a stick of incense. Why does he make this long journey? What is he after? He's asking for a piece of advice from the oracle at Delphi. What's the secret to a good life, he asks. And then comes the enigmatic reply. You will become wise when you begin to have conversations with the dead. It would not be for many years and not until after a terrible accident in which he loses everything, suffers a shipwreck, washes up penniless in Athens, and there, walking through the Athenian agora, he hears someone reading a story from Socrates. Socrates being long since dead. That's when it becomes clear. Books are a way to have conversations with the dead. It's a superpower. It's a form of time travel. And so the philosophical school that this man creates, Zeno, there in the Athenian agora on the Stoa Poikile, that's where the word Stoa in Stoicism comes from. That philosophy, which was formed 25 centuries ago, is an ongoing conversation today. Even though Zeno is dead, and Cleanthes is dead, and Seneca, and Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, and Musonius Rufus, and Cato, they are all long since dead. And yet, in the pages of their writings, we're able to talk to them. Their wisdom is communicated to and through us. In a bookshop like the one that Zeno walked by in the Athenian agora, we are surrounded by the dead, poets and philosophers, playwrights and storytellers. But from the pages of these books, we're able to reach through the centuries and talk to them, resurrect them from the dead. When Zeno would pick up Plato or Xenophon or Euripides or Homer, Aristotle or Sappho, just as when we pick up those philosophers, just as when we pick up the Stoics today, we could hear them. We can reply in the margins. That's why we call philosophy the Western canon, the great conversation. And yet the tragic thing is so many of us neglect this superpower. We don't communicate with the dead. We don't reach through time. We stay here in the present moment as if there are not centuries of wisdom available to us, as if we're not able to talk to the dead.